Welcome back to Better or Worse Than Transformers, where we take a movie or a TV show and tell you whether it is better or worse than the most mediocre movie ever made, Michael Bay's Transformers. This week we're going to be reviewing Ready Player One, the Steven Spielberg action-adventure.
Adaptation. Sci-fi action-adventure.
With me are my co-hosts, Ian.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
And Christian.
How's it going?
Back from a long break.
Yeah, long time no see.
Yeah, weird. A lot of news to catch up on.
We never see you. Ian, go. Let's hear our news reports.
So we'll jump right into it, guys. It's about 10 days ago, I guess, a new Deadpool trailer came out. Probably the final one before the movie, because it's coming out in like 6 weeks now. And I don't remember much about it. I know Cable was in it, and it's definitely had X-Force in it.
Yeah, it had X-Force. I think that was kind of the big reveal of the trailer.
Yeah, the only thing I saw in it that I didn't see in the other ones was Terry Crews.
Yeah, Terry Crews definitely, and Bill Skarsgård.
Oh, is Bill Skarsgård in it? I didn't see him.
It himself.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Like I said, I've made my feelings on Deadpool pretty clear. I'm not too excited for it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it for the podcast.
You guys both liked Atomic Blonde, right?
Yeah.
It's made by the same guy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Huh.
So that kind of has my hopes a little higher.
That does have my hopes a little higher.
Yeah.
I rewatched that while I was on my trip. It was good.
Is that the other one you watched?
Well, I mean, I'd already seen it, but it was just on HBO while I was hanging out.
I can't remember. I watched Atomic Blonde once. I thought it was fine.
I really liked it. Well, I mean, to be fair, we went into that with more beers than we needed to.
Yeah, definitely. That's a fair point.
See, if we were going to see like Pacific Rim Uprising, it would have been appropriate. Then we showed up at Atomic Blonde, and it turned out to be actually a pretty good movie.
Yeah,
so
that's funny.
That was good.
Yeah.
What else?
Some box office results. So someone finally toppled Black Panther after,
Dun, dun, dun.
I think, 6 weeks.
I think 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
That's really impressive.
That's Avatar. And Pacific Rim beat it last week. I think it came in at like 25 million.
It's only like 2 million short domestic of like Titanic at this point.
Yeah.
It's like
Really?
number 3.
It made more
domestic
than
gross.
it made more than Avengers, the biggest comic book movie ever.
Yeah, I know.
Domestic, yeah.
I don't remember if it said it was it had overtaken or was just about to overtake Jurassic World.
Maybe right. Maybe Jurassic. Maybe it's in 4th, and Jurassic World's above.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's up there though.
It's only 2 million away from beating Frozen to be in the top 10 of all time.
Jeez.
yeah.
God, do you guys remember how long Frozen was in theaters?
I remember very well.
Black Panther's been in there a long time.
It was like early December through March.
Yeah,
It
long
was-
enough for Wolf of Wall Street to get mixed with it. I remember that part.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. And then Ready Player One came in pretty hot this week. It made like 53 million
Yeah.
domestic, and I think you said like
150 worldwide, so it made about $100 million worldwide. But I think it did a lot better than Sony was expecting.
Yeah, good.
I know it
for them.
opened big in China.
Yeah, 60 million.
Spielberg
China.
had never done before, so I mean, that movie's perfect for China. They're big into games and all that.
Yeah, I am glad to see the movie making money. We'll obviously get more into it, but if that's the standard of like popcorn flicks that we have going forward, that hey, we can make good movies that are action adventure movies, and they'll still make money. Great, that's what we need.
Yeah,
True. And Pacific Rim, it dived hard week 2. I think it dived 65%, so it made like 9 million.
Oof.
I don't know. I don't think that movie's gonna make its money back. This week coming out is A Quiet Place.
I think that's going to do good. Yeah.
And then Rampage the following week. So that's what's kind of on the horizon as far as what's going to make money. The next bit of news is Tessa Thompson, who's Valkyrie. She's in the Creed movie.
Yep.
She's in
Annihilation that no one saw.
And she's
we saw, but
yeah, I think that's all I know her from. She's joining the Men in Black spinoff with Chris Hemsworth.
Thor reunion.
Yeah, Thor reunion. They're going to reunite, and I don't know. I think that's good. I like her.
If it actually gets made, I'll believe it when I see it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I just don't really like her face. It's weird to me.
I like Tessa Thompson.
But otherwise, she's fine. She's an enjoyable presence.
Yeah. I like her in both Thor and
She's
Creed.
good in Thor as like a drunk fucking Asgardian.
Yeah. I still have yet to see Annihilation, but I've read it.
Oh yeah, I need to get that book from her.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tessa Thompson. I don't know. You're right. I don't know about that. They were talking about a 22 Jump Street Men in Black spinoff for a while, and now they're doing this. And
I don't know why they're so committed to Men in Black. I mean, it's a cool concept that they probably haven't mined all the way, but I feel like you've had your opportunities. Why are you coming back to it?
Oh yeah, we've had them for 20 years, right? And so we've only gotten 3 of them, and really one good one. And a couple of mediocre and below mediocre movies.
Right.
So you're right. It's probably not been mined to its full potential, but you're not batting 1,000 here. So
Next, we have the Deadpool TV show, which was going to be on FX, got canceled. It was going to be done by Donald Glover, and Ryan Reynolds was supposed to voice Deadpool.
Was Ryan Reynolds going to voice it?
That's what I read, but that might not have been official. That might have just been a rumor.
I didn't see that,
but it got canceled, and regardless, it's not going forward. There was a script leak that for one of the episodes, I think you said you read.
Yeah, I read it. If you follow Donald Glover on Twitter, so the show is going to be written by Donald and Steven Glover,
who currently write Atlanta. And the what came out was that they were too busy because Donald Glover has about 1 billion things going on right now. And Donald Glover said, "By the way, I wasn't too busy," and he released the finale script. So definitely gave the impression that there had been a whole season worth of Deadpool scripts that he had already written. Mm-hmm. And he kind of tweeted it out page by page, and it was about Sudan, the last white male rhino, and I mean, it definitely pushed some boundaries on like humor, especially with something that's so fresh because Sudan just died like last week. From what I understand, what caused the division was there was like an episode that like directly attacked Taylor Swift. And there was some cause or maybe some pause for people to be like, oh, we don't know if we're really ready to go this hard. But it definitely seemed like they were going to push the boundaries. I mean, could you imagine the publicity you got if you, as a television show, got into a Twitter war with Taylor Swift?
It would be great.
It would be the most amazing thing.
And the funny thing is, I'm sure people at like Disney who, I don't know how the TV rights work. I know there's something about Disney, like Legion is owned by Marvel, even though it's a X-Men property. I can't remember. But so I feel like there was probably some concern, especially with 20th Century Fox being purchased by Disney currently. Could they really be okay with having this character go that far on television? Mm-hmm. I wish we had got it because honestly, I'd be more excited for a Donald Glover TV show than I am the Ryan Reynolds movie. But
I heard one of them said that they were going to give Rick and Morty a run for their money. That would have been a cool comparison.
I mean, it does seem like the same audience.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
Next there's been some X-Men news. The New Mutants is that horror kind of spin-off kind of movie. It was going to star Anna Taylor-Joy, who's in Split, and I don't know what else she's
Maisie Williams.
Maisie Williams. From Guy from Stranger Things.
Yeah. Which guy from... Oh, no, the
brother.
Creepy brother.
Will's brother.
Yeah.
A couple people, and they're, as... I don't even know what mutants, honestly. I'm not too familiar with it, but...
Wolfbane.
I think Sunspot's in there.
Sunspot.
There's a lot of fucking random mutants here and there.
I'm going to be... I know we talked about this when the trailer came out. I was the only one that I saw that trailer. I was like, oh, this is kind of a cool direction, and then y'all shot me right the fuck down.
Yeah.
So...
It was very tropey, I thought, but I didn't dislike it. I definitely was more excited for it than I was Dark Phoenix.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's been delayed like 18 months or something.
It's got to be bad. Yeah, it's got to be bad. But anyway, they were gonna. Yeah, it's the rumor. The new rumor coming out was that John Hamm was supposed to play Mr. Sinister, and now that's, I guess, supposedly out. I think he would have been good as Mr. Sinister.
I've heard rumors of everybody being Mr. Sinister.
Yeah.
I heard a rumor today about Jessica Chastain being Mr. Sinister. No kidding.
Yeah, Mrs. Sinister or Miss Sinister or something like that. But isn't it like, haven't they been teasing Mr. Sinister like the last two X-Men movies?
Yeah, they did. Because at the end of X-Men Apocalypse, that's when they run into the feral Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
And then they get his blood.
The XX Corporation takes his blood. That's right. And there was nothing in Logan about it.
Yeah, Logan didn't have any...
Logan was kind of a standalone piece.
Yeah.
You still think it would have referenced in some regard.
Like that company might have been... Wasn't Exit, though? That was like...
It may have been Exit Corporation.
I don't think so.
I don't remember, though.
No?
I feel like I would have remembered if it was.
Yeah. Either way, Mr. Sinister is a character that I feel like Fox should have probably tried a long time ago. Instead of making Magneto the villain of every movie.
Every single one.
Do Mr. Sinister before Apocalypse.
Yeah, I agreed there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the disappointing version of Apocalypse we got.
That was a bad movie.
Everything about the X-Men movies is really disappointing, truthfully.
Except Days of Future Past.
Fuck you.
No, I say First Class. I will stand by First Class as the best.
I'm gonna stand by X-Men, X2. I'm gonna stand by
Logan.
And First Class. And Logan. Logan's fair.
Well, like you said, Logan's so separate.
Yeah.
It's hard to throw it in there.
It is.
Logan, yeah, but you're right. If we're talking about continuity, main one, no, give me Days of Future Past all day. That's the.
I don't like the Bryan Singer ones. X2 is fine.
It's a lot of leather.
But we've also, kind of going on a little bit, Dark Phoenix also gets delayed.
Yep.
This is like the third time we've had Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Because you hint at it at X2. It's the plot of X3, very poorly.
Yeah.
And now we're doing it again.
Ugh. X3 is a bad
And I'm
movie.
still, I mean, again, I'm not like an expert in the Dark Phoenix saga, but everything I know about it is I don't know that it's really a story that either like holds up over time or translates well to screen. I'm not sure why everybody's really clamoring to have that story.
Yeah.
I think these people just want to see dark Jean Grey. At the end of the day, they just want to see Jean Grey destroy some crap.
I guess. Jean Grey is such a poorly defined set of powers that I feel like she's hard to make a good villain or hero.
It's kind of like Superman in that, Superman can do whatever.
Right.
But Superman has this morality. That's truly his weakness. It's not kryptonite. It's that, you try to trick Superman into doing something he would never do and break his code. But Jean Grey doesn't have that. She's just this, like, limitless, capable of everything person that you're right. Like, she's not clearly defined enough for you to really, I don't care.
Yeah, you just don't know what the stakes are at any point.
Yeah. So sadly, Fox is making these X-Men movies, and I don't. It depends how long this merger takes. Are we even ever going to see them?
Yeah, I mean, if they're made, they'll put them out. But I just hope the Disney purchase happens quick so that we can kind of get on with it.
I mean, the New Mutants one looks like it's got a lot of footage already done. I feel like
it was supposed to come out last month.
That's what I'm saying. That and Dark Phoenix, but I don't think they're going to greenlit any new ones.
Yeah,
but the ones that are shot, I think.
They were supposed to greenlit the Tim Miller one, the Kitty Pryde movie.
Yeah, I bet you that one.
I'm sure an X-Force movie, which maybe they tried to cram X-Force into Deadpool 2 because they were scared they wouldn't get it out. But
it would really be okay with me if we just took a couple years off of X-Men.
Agreed. I think even when they come into the Marvel Universe, it's going to be a while.
Yep.
Could be like Phase 7 by that point.
What else we got? Matt Damon supposedly passed on the Spider-Man Homecoming 2 villain role, Spider-Man Prom.
That's what we've coined at this podcast.
I'm thinking Matt Damon. What could he be? I was thinking about it, and I'm thinking Mysterio, possibly, or Kraven the Hunter, maybe.
I don't see Kraven. I desperately want Kraven the Hunter to be the villain.
I think Kraven the Hunter would be the best villain.
Man, Jason Momoa would be a good Kraven.
Oh,
I agree.
He would
have been great.
But
Mysterio is a good guess.
That is a good guess.
I think he could be Mysterio. I'm trying to think who else hasn't been done because it's going to be someone they haven't done yet.
For sure.
I don't even.
Oh God! If they did Mysterio with like the fishbowl and everything, I'd be so down.
Yeah,
I'd be the first one in that.
And that would fit in with
theater.
like the younger kind of the tone they go in that first movie.
Yeah,
too.
I would agree with that as well.
Yeah,
the ranking of Spider-Man villains I desperately want to see on screen is Kraven the Hunter is number 1, Mysterio is number 2, and while he's already been done, I want another Doc Ock.
That's fair.
Yeah, I love that character. Cool. I love Alfred Molina's version of it too, but we've gotten like 4 Green Goblins at this point.
Yeah,
can I just
I'd
get
like
a
to see
second
Carnage.
Doc Ock?
Carnage would be cool.
I'm done with the symbiotes. I don't want symbiotes.
Yeah.
I don't know that they work on film.
I'm not sure they work at all.
Well, we're gonna find out real soon.
We are.
So yeah, we'll see who's going to be who they sign next. Maybe it'll get released. Who's the villain's going to be of that movie? Because that takes place directly after
Avengers 4.
Avengers 4.
Yep.
So Avengers 3, right?
No, it takes place after Avengers 4. It starts the next phase of
whatever is going to happen.
I did hear that on that note, the Russo brothers told people that they honestly should be afraid of the title of Avengers 4 because it is such a big spoiler of what happens in Infinity Gauntlet. Which just gets me more excited to see the movie.
Yeah, I can't wait for that movie.
Like 4 weeks away. It's so close.
It hurts.
It's going to be so good. And on that note, Captain Marvel news. We got some Captain Marvel news. That's going to be the one after Avengers 3.
It'll be right before Avengers 4.
Yeah, so what does it go? It goes...
Infinity Gauntlet, Ant-Man Wasp,
then
Captain Marvel,
then Avengers 4. And it's going to be a 90-set movie, and a bunch of old people from other movies have been announced to come back. One's Lee Pace, who plays Ronan the Accuser, who's a Kree kind of...
Rebel.
Yeah, I bet you in this one he's probably...
Yeah, extremist.
And this one he's probably going to be a Kree leader. And his henchman, which is Korath, and you guys know how to say his name better than I do.
I don't think we know how to say it.
We don't, but we're going to go with Jimon Hansu.
It's very...
He's the guy from Blood Diamond.
Yeah. That was the last good movie he was in.
No, hang on.
No, he's in other things.
He's been in a ton of things, but... I think that's the last movie he was really good.
I'm looking this up right now because
he's in a lot of stuff.
I think you're
wrong. He's in the Fast
and
Furious movies.
Who is he in Fast and the Furious?
He's in like Fast. I think he's Fast 8. He's what's his face's henchman.
Maybe not. Either way, he's been in a ton of things. I'm just saying, I think that's his best movie. I think he peaked really early on.
Yeah, I could see that. He's in one of the Fast and Furious movies.
I mean, he's also in Gladiator, but that was...
he is in Gladiator.
He's
kind of forgettable.
But I also hate Gladiator. So.
What?
Yeah.
Gladiators.
That's for another time. I've heard Joseph had this conversation.
Oh no, actually, you know what? You're right. That is the last. Because the other thing I like him in is Constantine.
He is in Constantine,
but that's also before Blood Diamond. So
he's like the vampire bar owner. Or something.
Yeah, Midnight.
Yeah,
Blood Diamond's cool.
I watch that movie like once a year.
Yeah,
I don't know why I like it so much.
I skipped school to see Constantine.
Constantine's cool.
Clark Gregg coming back as Agent Coulson.
Yep.
Captain Marvel,
which is super
exciting.
Super exciting. Hopefully, we get more of the TV people in there, and also
Colby Smulders,
Maria Hill, and Sam Jackson. We've already talked about. So that makes me more excited because it's going to set up a lot of what I think it's going to set up S.H.I.E.L.D. and how all that kind of got into place with Iron Man 1. I think it's going to set up that world.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So, and I think where do you think Captain Marvel they're gonna take her the last 20 years?
I'm gonna say she's either A, been in space, or B, frozen in carbonite.
Off planet somewhere?
I'm saying off planet.
Yeah, I think it's probably the most likely. She's on like
the
a Kree prison
maybe
planet.
The Skrulls have her.
Potentially.
Maybe. Do you think at the end of this we see that maybe Sam Jackson or Maria Hill is a Skrull?
I think it's possible.
This whole time.
Whoa.
I think it's possible at the end of Avengers we're going to find out that Skrulls exist.
Well,
like this coming one.
This one?
Yeah, because I think that would be a good segue into, wait, what the fuck are Skrulls?
Yeah, and then
we watch Captain Marvel.
Which is true. But I think Maria Hill is a very good possibility to be a Skrull.
Hang on. For the people who don't know what Skrulls are.
Yeah, anyway, this movie's going to introduce the...
Well, let's explain what Skrulls are.
Yeah, go.
I mean, I'm actually a bad person because I only kind of know, but they're shape-shifting aliens that can kind of take over the personas and powers of other species, namely Earth superheroes.
Yeah, and some are super Skrulls that actually can take on powers.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, there was a super Skrull that had all 4 powers of Fantastic Four, so they'll have specific powers.
And he's in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Really?
2?
Yeah,
3?
I think he's in 2.
2.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a really interesting point to kind of like build up to Captain Marvel and possibly even post-Thanos Avengers. You know what I mean? Like, the future could be, the whole next phase of movies could possibly be, like, you don't know who to trust and who not to trust.
So the Skrulls will they'll secretly replace, like, let's, for instance, maybe like an Iron Man or something, and then we'll find out down the road, that it hasn't really been Tony Stark this whole time. It's been an alien impersonating him, and that could be...
We've come up, and I want to posit this theory officially, so it's on record. It's always bothered me in the first Avengers movie when Tony Stark goes on his kamikaze mission to destroy the mothership, and he's falling back toward the hole as it's rapidly collapsing. I've always thought, there's no way I understand, there's movie magic and whatnot, but there's no way he was going to make it through that closing hole in the speed that it was collapsing.
It's a switch.
And I think one of the times that we were talking about it, I was like, what if they switched him out for a Skrull right then?
Dude.
That would be fucking incredible.
That would be insane.
That would be cool.
And I mean, the other obvious one that you could do for like the big guys is, I mean, you could totally make it so that Captain Rogers was not the one that was
frozen in ice.
Right.
Yeah.
You found a different Steve Rogers that's a Skrull.
Man, these are some good ones. I'm excited.
Yeah, Skrulls are going to be cool.
They kind of break everything that came before, but kind of in a fun way. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for a shakeup.
They're comic books. You can do whatever you want.
You can.
So yeah, it makes me more excited for Captain Marvel. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm excited for Jude Law and Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I was already on board with that.
And next we have Jurassic World 3. Spielberg announced that the director is going to be Colin Trevorrow.
Colin goddamn Trevorrow, who directed the first Jurassic World.
And Book of Henry.
And apparently Book of Henry, which is awful. I'm never going to watch it, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not crazy about the first one.
I hate the first one so much.
The first one is...
He wrote the second one, too.
Entertaining, but it's not good. I'm more excited for 2. Isn't the guy who made Monster Calls?
Yep.
Making this one?
J.A. Bayona or something?
Bayona. Yeah, I like Monster Calls, so...
I've never seen it.
It's good, man. I'm more excited for this. And I hear, like, there's a lot of hidden things in the marketing. Like, they're only showing things from, like, the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, there's some surprises in store. So I'm looking... there's a Jurassic Park movie is not going to come out, and I'm not going to see it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So...
I mean, I haven't wanted to see a Jurassic Park movie.
What?
So I just... There's one good one.
And then there's Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, it's not good. You think you want more from the first one, and then you get more, and you're like, no, this isn't...
Have you read The Lost World?
I haven't read The Lost World.
Yeah, the movie is actually better than the book.
Is it really?
In that case, yes.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the second one. The third one's pretty bad, too. Talking
that's
Velociraptors.
And Jurassic World is terrible.
I'm going to say it's better than 2 and 3, but...
Is it better than Transformers, though?
No.
Okay.
Transformers is more rewatchable than Jurassic World, in my opinion.
I would agree with that. And the last bit of news we really have is Pedro Pascal, who's got cast in a unspecified role in Wonder Woman 2. He's from Narcos, Game of Thrones. He was the Red Viper. Narcos, he was Pena, I think his name was. I watched that. He was good in that. He's been in a couple movies, Great Wall, but I don't know who he's going to be. I'm thinking bad guy. Maybe a...
Yeah, I really have no idea. They're keeping the role secret. I kind of wonder if they feel like they made a mistake killing Chris Pine.
Yeah. Oh, you can totally bring him back.
Yeah. Well, I heard they are bringing him back.
It's a comic book. You can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
I heard this one's going to be in 1980 Cold War, and supposedly Chris Pine's coming back.
There was plenty of time for him to get off the plane. You could do the grandson. You could do... I mean, there's a variety of things you can do.
Yeah. I don't feel... It just would be weird to me if you come back after Justice League, which I rewatched 2 days ago. That whole bit with Diana and Bruce, and she's like, I lost somebody once too. And
oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, justified her hiding from the world. Or
Man, does that undercut the whole feminist agenda of Wonder Woman.
Yeah. It was bad, like a bad fix to that situation. So, I mean, if you bring him back in 1980s, doesn't that just then negate your, like, fix?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe he's frozen in ice somewhere.
Also, since we've established that Diana is timeless in this, can we just have like a future Justice League? Just like fuck the present, just like Superman and Wonder Woman several hundred years in the future.
With like Batman Beyond.
Yeah, let's
Terry
do it.
McGinnis is there.
Would be, if they did a Batman Beyond movie,
it would be boss.
That would be the
one of you said
best.
it, and that's what they should just do is just scrap the extended universe and just make movies. You know what I mean? Just
absolutely.
make it Justice
like their
League
animated
movie.
movies, man.
If any one of them hits, then you can build out from there.
Yeah. This is the one we're going to start our universe on. But
put 2 Superman movies in at the same time. Put 2 Batman movies. You know what I mean?
As
you have the money. They always make money.
Yeah, as usual.
Keep them reasonable.
Make a good movie first, and then figure out the rest later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. 100%. There has been a lot of Zack Snyder online recently, kind of like explaining decisions he made on Batman vs. Superman. And when you read his comments and his explanations, you're like, oh man, this guy really gets the characters. Like, he really understands. He just did such a poor job of like relaying that on film. I will say, I still stand by Man of Steel is good.
Man of Steel is good.
I think Man of Steel is good, and I think Henry Cavill's the best interpretation of Superman we have. But
I mean, he's the only one we have right now.
We've had. It's better than Dean Cain and Christopher Reeve and all of those.
Brandon. What's the other guy's name?
That's the thing. Like the
guy from Smallville.
Yeah. What is the other guy's name? Brandon Ralph.
Brandon. Yeah.
Brandon Ralph.
Brandon.
Oh, Ruth.
Brandon.
I think it's pronounced Ralph.
Routh.
I never knew that.
Doesn't matter. I don't know. You see, again, this is not. He didn't have an opportunity to like embody the the character of Superman or Clark Kent because he's just a brooding asshole, as opposed to Christopher Reeve, who kind of embodies the lightness and the joy, the fun of Superman.
Man, when he comes back in Justice League, he's so much fun.
Well,
I enjoy every scene with Henry Cavill in Justice League, except for his mouth, which is annoying, and that's what really hurts about the mouth part is because every line he says, like every little bit, and he's just like super happy-go-lucky. He nails it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Justice League. We'll remember it fondly.
I already do.
All right. That's it. That's all the news. So I think the next thing you guys want to talk about was Ready Player One.
Yeah. I like that movie.
So Ready Player One, the new Steven Spielberg action adventure, has returned to form.
Yeah.
After, I don't even know what he's been doing for the last
many
15 years.
He made The Post.
Yeah.
Which was supposedly good. I didn't see it.
Nobody's going to see it.
He made Lincoln.
He made. I do actually like Lincoln.
I just recently rewatched Lincoln, and it feels like a 9-hour movie.
I was just about to say I could
boring.
never rewatch it, but I did enjoy it when I saw it.
BFG, I didn't.
He's made a lot of
The Adventures of Tintin.
You know what the thing?
I actually like Adventures.
I do too. The thing about Spielberg movies is his low bar is still higher than.
Oh, for sure.
90% of what comes out in theaters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I can be like, the BFG was not a great movie, but it's still it's better than 4 out of 5 Transformers movies for sure.
Definitely.
Are there really 5 of them now?
I
think you're right.
2, 3.
Yeah.
2 with Mark Wahlberg, 3 with Shia.
Yep.
Yeah. Ready Player One.
Sorry, I'm getting way distracted. I just realized you based your franchise off Shia LaBeouf and Mark Wahlberg,
no, man.
and that's pretty wild when you think about it.
I still stand by my rating on Transformers.
Okay, anyway, sorry. But yeah, so based off the novel by Ernest Cline.
Correct.
Very, very popular. It's kind of a young adult action adventure coming of age thing.
If you can get past the 8-page rant on masturbation.
What?
Dude, there's a long rant on masturbating in the book.
I don't actually remember that.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, I remember it distinctly.
But would you mind giving us a synopsis?
Takes place in Columbus, Ohio in the year 2045, following character Wade Watts as he goes on adventures in this virtual reality called the Oasis, created by a man by the name of James Halliday and his only friend Ogden Morrow. Along the way, Wade makes new friends, character H, Artemis, Shoto, Daito, and the whole goal being Halliday hid an Easter egg in the game. He loved classic video games and songs and movies, and he hid an Easter egg in there, and whoever found the Easter egg first takes control of the Oasis. They, of course, like all things, they have to go up against an evil conglomerate called IOI who wants to monetize the Oasis, because right now it's free to everybody. And along the way, they go on, in the book, 6 or 7 different tasks they have to complete. In the film, they kind of reduce that down a bunch, but all leading to a big final battle for this golden Easter egg in the game. Ian, you want to tell us what you didn't read the book?
Well, so the important thing is Christian and I have both read this book. Ian has not, so I would be interested to hear your first initial impressions of the movie.
Unfiltered by an opinion of the novel.
So I mean, I said it before on the podcast that I wasn't crazy about the trailers. I don't know if it was for me, but I really enjoyed it. I thought the opening action scene was really, really cool. It was a cool way to kick it off. I liked the race, all the references.
I'll say right now, let's go no spoilers.
Right.
Yeah, just so.
Okay. Yeah, I thought the first action scene was cool. The second action scene was very, very cool.
Yeah, it's the best part of the movie.
It was very well done. It loses steam a bit in the third act, I thought. Mm-hmm. But I really enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed them. What's his name? Percival?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Percival.
And his friend H, the orc. I thought T.J. Miller's character was cool as, the henchman.
Yeah, IROC.
And Mendo did a good job, I thought. His avatar was built like a freaking fridge.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
I thought that was hilarious.
I thought it was like a Clark Kent but evil kind of vibe.
Right, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was very well done. It's definitely my favorite Spielberg movie in a while, and my favorite movie since Black Panther I've seen. I would watch it again. So, the animation, I thought, that world is much more interesting than the outside the Oasis.
Yeah, like the real world.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem the movie has, and I think that there's no way around that. It's just more interesting of a landscape,
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that, because I know one of your hesitations when you watched the trailer was you didn't think that, the design of the characters, it looked too video gamey. Did you get used to it, or did you?
Yeah, no, and I was wrong about that. I didn't bother me once I got into the movie. It was very stylized. For sure.
I think you kind of accept it when you're watching it because you understand, the context a bit better when it being this virtual reality world. And they still looked great. I mean, some of those shots are really gorgeous. But.
And I don't want to spoil, but the first scene's kind of a race, you know what I mean? And it's not too spoiled.
We see it in the trailer.
They show it in the trailer.
Yeah, and just the pop culture references right off the bat are super cool. Like, you have the Back to the Future DeLorean. Mm-hmm. You have the bike from Speed Racer.
From Akira,
okay.
Yeah, the Mach 5 from Speed Racer is in it.
Yeah, and you have the, I think that someone's got the Gravedigger monster truck. That's what his friend's using. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
I mean, it's besides just the fact that the references are cool, I mean, it's just a really cool action scene. It's shot really well. It's just very interesting.
Yeah.
The T-Rex from Jurassic Park comes in. King Kong comes in.
The amazing thing is we list all of these references. This is the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. This is, and it's a cool way to do the reference. To do the Easter eggs. They just keep throwing them out.
Adam West, Batman's Batmobile.
Yep. Yeah, I forgot about that.
The Stephen King novel about the car that comes alive and kills people.
Christine.
He doesn't, and actually his Back to the Future car has the lights from Kit.
Yep.
Knight
Rider.
Knight Rider. Yep. Yeah.
Joseph, what did you think? You just watched it.
I just watched it. I have very fresh opinion.
Hey, we have different perspectives.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Very similar things. I really like Ty Sheridan in general. The first thing I ever saw him in was Mud. And
I love that movie.
And so he's been coasting on goodwill from that since then. But I mean, I think he's a good lead. I identify with him. I like the girl, even though I don't like necessarily what they did with her character. What is her character's name? What is her avatar name? I already forgot.
Artemis,
and then Samantha is her real. Yeah, she was good. Again, I don't like the character for the development they did with her, but it's fine. But yeah, I don't know. Definitely the virtual world is way more interesting, and I understand that you have to bring in the real world to add more like stakes to it, so you feel like there's actual danger, the real life instead of a virtual avatar. But I think they could have probably cut that down a lot and made it more immersive.
Why do they act like Artemis was so ugly? And she had like a little birthmark in the movie.
Yeah, that's I would like to say how I feel, and then we can get into spoilers. But I also like to talk about differences between the book and the movie.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But just on that note, real quick, that was one of the things. And Joseph, you talk about like character choices with Artemis. That was probably the hardest part of the movie for me to accept. Is of all the characters that are the most different, Artemis to me and her story is the most different.
Oh, really?
And she is very isolated. Wade does not meet Artemis until like the last page of the book.
It's not quite that, but pretty close.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is after the contest is over. So this concept of her having a birthmark and all this stuff, and she having like being really self-conscious. Well, she like blocked herself off from the world, and she's just really self-conscious about it, and it's not a big deal to him.
Yeah.
The problem is in the movie, like the only person she cares about, who they think about it, is Wade, and it's not even a big deal. And again, it's not a big deal in the book either, but for her it's a big deal, and you can see it in that her want to not communicate with somebody outside of the Oasis, whereas in the movie it's like halfway in.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal.
Yep.
Overall, I really like the movie. In some parts I feel like it's actually probably better than the book, and in some parts I feel like it's worse. Like it is very much I think it's more of an inspired by rather than an adaptation.
Oh, definitely.
The challenges they do some of the challenges they do aren't challenges in the book. Wade has to deal with being like a high schooler in the book. He's not in the film. There are a lot more tasks in the book than there are in the movie.
That's what he was saying.
They have, for each key there's a gate, and so they have a task for each in the book
to get the key, and then once you go through the gate,
to get a clue for the next key. And so overall, the things they cut, I think made sense. The way they made it flow was really good. But the thing I really liked about this movie, and the thing that I think kind of pushes me more, I enjoy the movie than I enjoy the book, is that I liked when I finished the book. I didn't like. There weren't like themes or anything out of it. I just enjoyed the pop culture references, and I like the kind of action adventure story. But I like how this movie really emphasizes the whole. It's important to spend time with people, and that especially in our society, we become so like ingrained in social media and what happens online that those aren't real relationships. And spend some time and commit to just being one-on-one with somebody. And I connected with that. I dug that. And again, I think that's an important theme that fits what happens in the book that I don't think the book stresses enough. So I really, really enjoyed it. You guys want to go to spoilers?
Yeah, I forgot to. I also enjoyed it. I said all my other things, but
yeah.
I also had a good time. Yeah. But yeah, let's spoilers.
I liked it.
I don't know what spoilers there are.
Yeah, there aren't really.
Unless we talk about what they did.
Yeah, we can break down like the different challenges or more specific pop culture references.
We should start with number one, which is the car chase. We've already kind of hit of everything because it is in the trailer. The car chase sequence, again, not in the book. Drastically different. And
what's the first sequence in the book?
He has. Do you remember what the character's from that he plays? Is it from? He plays Joust.
Yeah, I don't remember what the.
But I think it's from Dungeons and Dragons.
Was it? It's like a Grim Reaper kind of thing.
Yeah,
isn't it?
It's been a while since I read the book, but he plays Joust.
Yeah, so it's nice. Instead of being like a big group event where everybody tries it at the same time, everybody's just hunting for these clues, and it's just sitting somewhere, and he just happens to like figure it out and find it first.
Well, he finds it second. Artemis finds it first.
That's right.
Yep. That again, like there's a character you kind of diluted in the movie.
For sure.
On spoilers, and I realize we said we're going to kind of take it by task. I want to stress this Artemis thing real fast. The whole Artemis being captured and going to IOI really pissed me off in the movie. In the book, that happens to Wade, and Wade does it on purpose. Like, he has a plan. He intentionally gets captured, and you kind of made Artemis this, like, damsel in distress moment, and you didn't need it. She was, like, a strong character who, in the book, is smarter than Wade.
Right.
She knows it better than he does. And I was really let down that... They dilute her so much.
And I'll tell you the moment for me, because I thought they were doing a good job with that character up until the point where one, they met, and that whole exchange didn't do a lot for me. But then there was a point where she says, "You know this better than I do. You know Halliday better than I do." And I was like, that's
not Artemis.
No.
Yeah.
Because, they stress more group cohesion in this than they do in the book. Because in the book, instead of kind of grouping together, they're all friends, but they're all individually competitive. They're all trying to get to the thing first, to be the person that gets there first, as opposed to kind of... They are helping each other out, but not to the extent that they do in this. And so, I don't know. I feel like you introduce her as a strong character, and then, as soon as they meet in person, you just break her back, and she just becomes the damsel in distress for the rest of the movie.
That's definitely... If I could change one thing, the only thing that taints my opinion is Artemis.
Yeah.
And maybe it is being a book reader, and you see how strong that character is. To kind of see what they did with her was disappointing. But the car chase was good. The second challenge to me is the highlight of the movie. That shining bit.
I don't know. Hang on. With the car chase, besides the fact that it's just really cool with all the the using King Kong, I thought really worked well because it just, I don't know. He was very physically present, despite the fact that, again, it's a virtual world.
Dude, I thought about Donkey Kong the whole time.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what it is. But then to kind of turn that on its head when he figures out what the clue means, and to see... kind of like the Rube Goldberg contraptions that make this whole race run and all the obstacles get in the way. It was really cool. I thought that was a really interesting take on it.
I liked in that bit how King Kong knows he's down there.
Yeah.
Like King Kong watches him go through it. That was pretty cool.
The Shining bit, yeah.
So the
second clue takes place in the Shining, and it's a pretty good recreation.
Dude, it looked just like
it looked. I mean, I feel like they probably actually took shots out of it and introduced the CGI characters into it because it is like shot for shot exactly the way that'll look.
Yeah, I was grinning ear to ear during that sequence. Yeah. I loved it. You had the blood river and
it was especially fun to see it from the perspective of a
somebody
character
who hadn't watched the movie,
who hadn't seen the movie, and so they were like super surprised.
Girls.
It was that was funny. Yeah,
the twins and 237. I mean, the maze and the old hack. I mean, everything.
I mean, they obviously didn't get the rights for Jack Nicholson's likeness, but
that's the only thing I just kept waiting for, like a "Here's Johnny" the whole time. But
I was hoping that's the only thing. Same thing. I was waiting for Jack Nicholson to pop in, but that was really well done.
God, that bath scene in that movie in the actual Shining is the weirdest scene in the world.
It's very uncomfortable. The Shining as a whole is a really uncomfortable movie.
Yeah. But I really liked everything about that whole sequence.
Back up just a little bit. The club scene, which in the book is Ogden Morrow's party.
That was actually a bummer for me that they changed that. But
they made a lot of changes for Ogden Morrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the club scenes, is what?
So Simon Pegg's character, Ogden Morrow, Og in the book is more involved. Again, this movie's kind of more about relationships than the book is. And so that the tension between Og and Halliday isn't as stressed as much. So Ogden is he's very present in the hunt for the egg.
Right.
And so once Artemis and Percival show up on the leaderboard, he sends them an invite to a big party that he throws. And it's the same thing, like the anti-gravity dance floor and all that. I agree with you. I was kind of disappointed that wasn't, Og's thing. But the sheer amount of references in that scene, I heard that Piccolo is in there. I wish I had seen him because I desperately, but I definitely saw Harley Quinn, Joker, Deathstroke, bunch of DC characters. You guys remember any of them? Those are the ones that come to my mind right off the top of my head.
I remember Harley. Poison Ivy was in there.
Poison Ivy's in there.
Yeah.
Was there any Star Wars characters? I feel like there was a Twilight in there, but I could be crazy.
You were probably right.
I don't know. Yeah, so the reason I like that scene in the book, so the Halliday and Ogden Morrow are supposed to be kind of Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, which they actually reference in the movie, where there's a newspaper clipping of Halliday bigger than Jobs. And I was like, that's kind of weird, but go for it. And so I don't know if you know anything about Steve Wozniak, but he's the other Apple co-founder, and he's kind of an odd duck. He's still hanging out. He goes to casinos with racks of uncut $2 bills that he gets from the Treasury. He's just a kind of a weird, secluded, but also revels in his kind of anonymity and anonymous richness. And I feel like that is what the character is in the book. Mm-hmm. And so he's hanging around. He's supporting this Halliday's challenge, but he's very much a background character, kind of pushing things from behind the scenes. But the cool thing about that scene, the dance scene, is when is it the IOI that come and break it up?
Break in.
Yeah, that break into this exclusive party that was, invite only or whatever, is you realize that even though he's been very much in the background, he has the same kind of like god powers in the Oasis as Halliday does, and he just fucking decimates everything.
True. Oh, really?
True.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I forgot about that. But
it's so cool.
On the dance sequence in the movie, one thing I liked, and this is more than just that, is the character of I-Rock, I think, is better in the movie than he is in the book. In the book, he's this douchebag Gunter who just keeps following H and Percival around. In the movie, him being working for IOI.
He's a mercenary.
Like mercenary, and really fit T.J. Miller's personality. That whole bit with him, where he was like, your plan ruined it, whereas my plan was awesome. Yeah. I really enjoyed it.
I liked his character design. That was fun.
Yeah, that was awesome. I like that he kind of threw up his items.
Yeah.
So we did the
first
Shining.
two. Yeah. So this is where the movie I think really drags.
Yeah. Towards the end, where that third challenge, I just wasn't as into it with that original Easter egg. But I'm not into vintage retro gaming as much, so I know maybe that. I mean, not Atari. I never played an Atari, so
not even that. There's a really broad gap between when the first two keys are found, probably within the first 30 to 40 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And then there's just a really long gap where it's a lot of real world stuff. It's a lot of stuff that isn't as. I mean, they set a really strong pace early on where it's very fast, it's very action, it's very fun. And then it slows dramatically, and you get stuck in the real world where, way less references, way less fun things can happen. And to me, that and the Artemis thing are the two things that drag this movie down from being, I think, better than it ended up being.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It did feel slow in that third act.
Yeah.
And you're probably right. It is probably because of the real world stuff. I enjoyed the final battle.
The final battle is really cool. And again, I understand that this movie is, I mean, it's the way the book was designed. And I think I think the plot overcomes the fact that it is a story almost entirely based on nostalgia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because I connect enough with the characters and what they're trying to do that it doesn't feel cloying to me.
Yeah.
But that last battle, it's just everyone.
When he becomes Mega Godzilla, that was cool.
So on that note,
you're
talking about things they cut from the book, things that are included and things that aren't. They all the champions, if you want to call them that, all have a mech in the book, and they each get one along the way. I can't remember exactly how.
No, I think they get one because they have the last key. I think that's part of the.
Yeah, they get the key. They get the mech when they get the key. I just remember that you get to choose whichever one.
What are the choices?
Oh, it's like a long list of them.
Oh, really?
A lot of them are 80s Japanese things that you've never heard of.
Yeah. So taking those out made me nervous. Mm-hmm. But what they did with Iron Giant and H basically building the Iron Giant in the world, in the Oasis, I like that. I dug that. But Mecha Godzilla is what Ben Mendelsohn, whatever his character's name, that is the one he gets when they complete the task or whatever. And so I'm glad they included it. But I literally yelled out loud when that fucking Gundam pops up.
I almost did too.
Loved that. And that whole show just sitting there not doing anything, and then all of a sudden just being like, I choose Gundam, and then I was like, yes,
it was so cool.
This is why I came to the movies.
It is.
That inclusion, and then watching the what makes the movie good to me is it's mind blowing that there's a scene with the Iron Giant, a Gundam, and Mechagodzilla going at it, and you never question.
No, it works.
You buy it,
and it's amazing because they even mimic the movement correctly.
Yes,
of how the Iron Giant should move, how the Gundam should move, how Mechagodzilla. Each one of those things is independent and very different because they come from very different places. Mm-hmm. But when they put them on screen, they stay true to what they are, and that makes it even cooler.
Yes.
Because it feels, as much as it can feel real, it feels real.
It just made me think there's no reason why we can't have a Gundam movie now.
Absolutely.
Spielberg has proven that if you just stick to it, we'll buy it. We'll believe it. And a ton of Easter eggs.
The Chucky doll?
Chucky was funny.
That was cool.
Pretty violent for a PG-13 movie too in that bit because he's just chopping people up.
Yeah, for sure.
That was the F-bomb in that movie, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Chucky.
Yeah. Chun-Li.
Yep.
Bunch of Overwatch characters. I heard Goku's in it.
I didn't see Goku.
I didn't see Goku, but I really wish I had. Whole bunch. This, he does like the whole like say anything jukebox thing, and
God, it's so. I just want to go back and watch it now. Just that scene, it's so fun.
Yeah, that end fight scene is
the
cool.
Michael Bay Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
How did they make it in?
It would have been. It would have been more fun if it was the '90s Ninja Turtles, not like the cartoon, like the.
Oh yeah.
The
Secret of the
prosthetic
Ooze type.
Yeah, exactly.
The turtle monster thing from Secret of the Ooze is in there.
Is it?
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
No, for some reason, like Spielberg likes Michael Bay, man. I mean, I don't get it.
They're like buddies.
Apparently, a lot of directors admire the way that he makes movies. I don't know if it's not like the stories, but like his actual structure, the way that he films them. People think that it's good. I don't know.
He should learn how to write movies.
He should learn how to write movies. It'd be great.
Or hire a writer.
Or not be such an asshole.
For some reason, that doesn't work either for him. I don't have much else. I just really enjoyed that movie.
It's just a fun ride. It's not a lot more than that. I guess it didn't the message of spending time with people outside of putting your phone down and talking to somebody didn't resonate with me quite as much as it did for you. But
I have an old soul like that.
I guess so. But it was just, I don't know, it was just really fun. I would go back and watch it again just because I had a good time. It was a good time for 2.5 hours.
I can't wait till it's on Blu-ray and I can just pause it and try to catch as much crap as possible.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm going to watch, after we get done with this, I'm just going to watch a bunch of YouTube videos looking for Easter eggs in that movie.
That's
all Easter eggs.
I want to watch some Easter egg videos. Now that you said about Mr. Sunday Movie.
Well, he doesn't show a lot of them. He just lists them all. And that's what I found. Is a lot of people just listing. You can go on the Wikipedia page and see the list. Like, I want to see them in the movie.
Right.
But
yeah.
I enjoyed it. Ian, better or worse than Transformers?
Better.
Joseph?
I'm also going better than Transformers.
Yeah. Ready Player One, better than Transformers.
Unanimous.
Good movie.
Yeah. Good job, Spielberg.
Yeah, if that was the standard for popcorn flicks going forward, we wouldn't have to have this podcast.
That's true.
Yeah. So what'd you guys watch? Ian, it's been like 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I've seen lots of things.
The main thing I watched Pacific Rim Uprising. And what I told Joseph earlier was it definitely made me realize how good of a director Guillermo del Toro really is. Because the second one is just no good. The action scenes are just the CGI is not as good, even though it's newer. I don't know what the budget was. The writing's bad. It's got a kind of a Power Rangers vibe. They kind of took it back. I guess they went for more of a campy Power Rangers. It's a bunch of young kids and they're recruiting a yoga program. It made me want to watch the first one real bad. It's not watch the second one. So I didn't like it.
It's amazing to me that you can fuck that up because it's such a wish fulfillment movie.
Yeah.
It's marketing directly to your inner child.
Yeah, John Boyega is charming. I
hear he's like the best part of the movie.
Yeah, but it's just it's not good. And it's a lot of robot on robot fighting. Like the kaiju don't come in until really late in the movie. Charlie Day has a really big part. It's just it's bad all around. There's a lot of bad decisions.
Was Ron Perlman brought back?
No.
God damn it.
There's a lot of bad things that are chosen in that
What
movie.
A waste.
We all know Ron Perlman's only in the first one because Guillermo del Toro directed it.
Yep.
Probably.
He should have came back, though. I agree.
Hey, Guillermo wasn't in Shape of Water.
Ron Perlman, was it?
Sorry, that's what I mean. Ron Perlman wasn't in Shape of Water.
Maybe on the out.
What a shame. What if he was an even bigger fish
opportunity?
Well,
Hellboy's in there somewhere.
What if Hellboy just showed up at the last scene? Like, hey, where'd you go?
Maybe that was Abe's dad.
Maybe.
The fish
thing. Man, that actually could be.
Now we have to go back and re-record the podcast.
Fuck, all right.
We got another one to add on.
What about you? What'd you watch?
So I watched a lot of movies on a plane. I watched Logan Lucky first.
Yeah.
And
deciding vote. Here we go.
Christian, you're fucking crazy because that movie is delightful.
It's fine.
It's better than all of the Ocean's movies.
What?
Yes.
I like Ocean's.
Let me tell you. So look, here's the thing about the Ocean's movies. They're kind of the Ready Player One of star power instead of nostalgia based.
Oh my gosh.
Items.
I love Ocean's 11
because I feel like if you replace that cast with a bunch of nobodies who could perform at the same level as the people who are in the movie, I don't think it'd be a memorable movie at all.
Yeah, but that movie comes on the coolness of those stars,
right? But that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't think it. I don't.
The ones in the new one, Logan Lucky, are not cool.
They're not.
I love me some Adam Driver.
That's the problem.
Channing Tatum's great. Adam Driver's great.
This is the problem with your theory.
Daniel Craig.
You just said the movie wouldn't be as much fun without other actors doing it.
Yeah.
You get other actors doing it, and you had more fun.
No, but it's... I would say that because the story is a little bit smaller, you have less characters, and you get more time to actually spend time with those characters. And then I'll just hey, cool asshole.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. in the Ocean's movies.
I like that part.
There is a lot of, hey, cool guy.
And you know what? I agree.
Hey,
you know,
I robbed this.
I gave you a hard time for saying I like Adam Driver. You like Adam Driver because he has one arm, but I also like Adam Driver because he has one arm. I like him for other reasons.
The movie's fine.
It's good. I enjoyed it. I also saw. That one is better than Transformers. I watched Murder on the Orient Express with
Worse than Transformers.
with Kenneth Branagh. And
It is
Kenneth
worse.
Branagh is giving it his goddamn all, and nobody else is.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp, man.
It's not even Johnny Depp's fault.
What I noticed about that is it feels like a play. Like it's very.
It feels like an old bad play.
Like it's shot in the same locations, and it was long. I watched that too.
I don't like
it.
I don't like mysteries of one, nearly that much coincidence, or two, that we don't get all the information. That it's just like, hey, only Poirot can see all these things because he's a character in there. I'm like, well, give me a fucking opportunity here.
Yeah.
Anyway, not great. Worse than Transformers.
Agatha Christie novel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also watched It, which is, again, it's better than Transformers. It's better than it really should be.
Yeah, 100% it's better than it should be.
It's amazing because I feel like, have we figured out that the formula for finding kids that can act?
It definitely seems like it in the last couple of years.
It does, because I feel like usually you're constantly telling yourself, yeah, they're doing fine, but they're kids. You know, it's like okay, this performance could be better, but they're kids. We'll give them a pass. But I didn't have that problem at all in this. I was very invested in like the Losers Club and their little adventures and their little individual storylines.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's
all
good.
good stuff. Well, all good stuff except for Murder on the Orient Express. But I'm glad I saw it so I could tell you it's a piece of shit.
It's definitely, it is very much in the vein of Stranger Things, and that you do connect with it. Obviously, there's some overlap with Finn Wolfhard, but you easily connect with these kids and these horrible in this. Or, I mean,
God,
strange
awful
circumstances.
parents in that movie.
Horrible parents. Well, everyone just keeps dying every so many years.
Maybe that's the real story in theory.
No, for sure. I watched quite a bit of stuff as well. Some old, some new. I watched Hans Zimmer live, which if you're a fan of film scores, I highly recommend it. He kills it. He does some incredible things in that. I watched Death Note, which is real bad.
The movie?
The Bruce Willis one?
No, the remake of the anime.
Oh,
Have you seen the anime?
No.
Okay.
You're thinking Death Wish.
Yeah, definitely. I know you're talking about that. I watched a couple episodes of that. The one you're talking about, it was bad.
Well, I didn't watch the anime. I just watched the movie.
Okay.
And man, is it bad.
So I've seen the anime.
Nerd.
Fuck you. I mean, you're right. But what the fuck is this podcast? Who is this podcast for if not for nerds who watch Death Note? I've been avoiding the movie because it looks really terrible.
Oh,
Even though it's
man.
got Lakeith Stanfield, who I love.
Willem Dafoe is fine as well.
Yeah.
But,
It's crazy because the anime, it kind of wanders towards the end. But it's really what I feel like, and I stole this from somewhere else, but I saw it and I was like, this is exactly what it is. It's a better version of Dexter. It's what I feel like Dexter could be.
Yeah. I like Dexter.
It's a psychopath using his powers for good, but instead of Dexter, where everyone else in the world is a complete fucking idiot, it's just this guy is smarter than other people. And so it's like an actual battle of wits instead of one normal person and a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah. That is Dexter.
I kind of want to watch it now.
It's good.
The anime.
It
Hopefully it makes up for the shitty movie.
it definitely does. It wanders towards the end, but the first like 2/3 of the series are really good.
Yeah, Light was dumb in the movie. Real dumb. I watched Jumanji, and it is better than Transformers. I am on Ian's side here. Jumanji 2.
A lot of people falling on the Ian side of the fence today.
It is a lot of fun. And I don't even like Kevin Hart that much, and The Rock is old to me, but Jack Black was hilarious.
Jack Black was hilarious.
Okay, the
Jack
one
Black
thing,
is hilarious.
the penis bit, him having a penis,
They really linger on that.
They lingered. The first time you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty funny, and then you reference it a few times, and Nick Jonas is fine in it.
Yeah.
It's the villain sucks.
The villain sucks.
Reese-
100%.
Reese Darby is my favorite part of every movie he's in.
Even though he's in it for approximately 2 minutes.
2 minutes, he's great in
He
it.
is great.
I watch Wild West Country, which is an insane documentary
What
on
is
Netflix.
that about?
Okay. I'm excited you asked. So there was this guy, his name was Osho, in India, and he started like a Purim, and it grew too large, and he basically got kicked out of India. And he looked for a place where he could move, and so they bought 80,000 acres in Oregon in 1981. And the whole Purim moved to this town in Oregon. And it was like a retirement town. It only had like 50 people living in it. And of course, it's like the 80s. So you're talking like World War I vet white people who are really uncomfortable because this like yoga, what they considered it a cult. And so Osho's whole teachings were like that he was asleep, but now he's awake, and he wants to help you wake up. And the way you do it is they have these like real hyper intense yoga sessions where you scream and you yell out like your biggest fears and what makes you angry, and then you start like beating the crap out of each other, and then everyone basically has like giant orgy, and then it all ends with them doing like yoga and meditating. And so you're letting out all these like hyper aggressive feelings you have, and that allows you to like obtain peace. And it grew super large. They built their own city, but the town that they were in, and the name is escaping me, basically did everything they could to try to keep them from growing. So what ended up becoming Rosh Purim, what they decided they needed to do was take over the town. So they started electing people to like the city council, and then they eventually, because they had the votes, there were 10,000 of them, and then they elected a mayor, and then they redesigned the city limits, and they basically became a theocracy in Oregon perfectly legally. And what ended up bringing them down was there were some questionable illegal activities. Basically, depending on whose side you're on, some would tell you they would say, oh, it was all this woman, she was doing it all when she left. But you don't know that to be true. But what makes it really, really good is the woman in question, her name is Sheila, and she's Osho's number 2. She's one of the key interview people in the thing. So you're hearing it straight from like the horse's mouth, what she interprets. And then there are people who lived in the village, and then was the guy who was elected the mayor. Just people, it's a lot of documentaries are people referencing an event, right? Like they've become experts on it. These are the people who lived it. And I'm trying to remember who made it. Pretty famous like comedic brother duo. They produced it. And I mean, it's
Duplass brothers?
Yeah, the Duplass brothers. It's gorgeous. The interviews are really intimate. You get a really like interesting perspective and look, and it's something I've never heard of. It takes place shortly after like the Jonestown massacre, so there was a lot of kind of like uncomfortability with these cults, and it's 6 hours, but I just powered through it like straight. It's 6 1-hour episodes. I couldn't stop watching it. It is really good. Definitely better than Transformers. And I read some books because I'm smart like that. I read Annihilation, which based off what you guys said on the movie is fairly different. And I read Ahsoka because I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I just love that character.
What's Ahsoka? It's a book on what time period of
her? Right after she leaves the Jedi Order. Not right after. It's her after Order 66. Okay. So it's her right after the rise of the Empire, and she's like out on an outer rim planet, and she kind of like settled down. And as soon as she settles down, the Empire shows up, and she has to kind of figure out how to do life that way. And Annihilation it's nondescript as you guys described the film. The book is even less so. There are no names, there are less characters, and there are only like 2 events. It's only like 160 pages. It's probably shorter. It probably takes you less time to read the book than it does to watch the movie.
Wow.
It's very nondescript.
You should watch the movie before like the next podcast, so I want to know it.
Yeah, I know.
I would like to. I would like to try. I got a movie pass this week, so I want to try to start going to the movies all the time. So I don't work in a movie theater. So
I heard that. Well, that'd be good.
So that's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Oh, geez, I have to do a sign off.
Yeah. Well, you have to tell us where you can find us.
Yeah. First off, thanks everybody for listening.
Thank you, guys.
If you guys had any different opinions on Ready Player One, any favorite Easter eggs or references that you think that we missed or you'd like to hear us talk about, you can reach us at betterthantransformers@gmail.com. You can also reach us on Twitter at BTTransformers and on Facebook at BTTransformers. Next week, we'll do something. Is there anything coming out next week?
Quiet Place.
Do you want to watch Quiet Place?
Or Rampage, one of the two.
Rampage is 2 weeks.
I don't want to do Rampage.
I'd like to do a Quiet Place.
I'd do Quiet Place. All right, well, maybe Quiet Place, see how it goes.
We got to think about something to do with Marvel for Infinity War.
Oh no, we'll get there.
A Marvel ranking movie.
There's something coming. Just you wait. But thanks to Zach Evans for our art, and thank you to Brian Velasquez for our theme. And thanks again everybody for listening. We'll catch you next week.
Yep, have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Bye.